And Buffalo hasn't had a great year. I don't know that you can fully blame the goaltenders, but they're certainly part of it. UPL, .888 save percentage on the year.
Sidesteps a check at center. Poke checked away at the Buffalo line. And the Sabres come up with a loose puck. Bowen Byram into the Minnesota zone. It's knocked down by Gustavsson. And Hartman has it for the Wild. Sends it off the boards for Hinostroza. Hinostroza avoids a check. Looking for Trennian out front. A backhander and a save by Luukkonen.
Well, good outlet pass here from Ryan Hartman to Vinny Hinostroza. That's chemistry. A little bank off the wall. Hinostroza with a little shimmy down low to beat Byram. Then he takes it to the net, and the Sabres end up surrounding UPL as that puck's kind of sitting there right in the paint in front of him.
Off the boards, Brazeau picks it up on the end boards. Brazeau still looking for his first point with the Wild. This is 8th game for Minnesota. Been hot lately. 4 consecutive games with a power play goal. Zucker comes out front, and Gustavsson stopped him, and then Tuck on the rebound. And
my signature Kelly is no Kelly. Acting like you've been there before and feels like you've done it a million times.
drops to Boldy. Trying to get it to Zuccarello, broken up by Tuck. Tuck has Malenstein with him at the Minnesota line. Malenstein fires, saved by Gustavsson.
Guys, the Wild goal in that game, Kaprizov from Eck. Ouch, that stings.
Zuccarello with a long shot here that deflects. Of course, that doesn't factor in the salary cap penalty that the Wild play with every night. Thompson a long shot, kicked to the corner by Gustavsson.
I think Edmonton might approach that dollar amount today because they're playing without McDavid and Draisaitl, and maybe without others, but those are the two headliners I saw.
Byram back to the point. Thompson down the slot. Kick save Gustafsson. Filip Gustavsson's been terrific for Minnesota. Spurgeon at center ice. Hartman to Hinostroza. Hinostroza puts on the brakes. Back to Brodin. A shot and a save by Luukkonen.
Boy, it's a couple times a game where Hinostroza gets the puck and he just makes a play that surprises you. They're a beautiful little stop up and nice to draw the players to him and leaves it in space for Brodin.
Brodin breaks his stick as he tries to get that shot away, and Buffalo tries to take advantage. Greenway has Zucker with him. A shot. Save Gustavsson. He couldn't collect the rebound. But he's in check along the wall. Got it to Gaudreau. Gaudreau moves down the slot. A shot saved by Luukkonen. In fact, over the last 5 years, they've been really good. 25, 11, and 7. Here McLeod with a shot kicked away by Gustavsson. In goals against per night, and they're on their way to missing the postseason for the 14th consecutive season. Longest active stretch in the NHL.
I was back in the Jason Pominville, Thomas Vanek days when they were in Buffalo.
Right now, 3-7-1 in their last 11. Here's a centering pass. Rossi scores! 10 games without a goal, has the first tally of the night.
But we talked about it in the first period, how this line of Trennian, Hartman, these guys are going. Boy, Trennian, what a beautiful feed. Great vision. That's a forecheck boom boom play. Trennian right on the tape of Rossi. Rossi all alone in the slot.
Winds up back in behind. Benson. Krebs. To the point. Dahlin hammers one into the midsection. And Mastroza then lost it. And here comes Peterka the other way. Gustafsson with a pad stop and the rebound. And that allows Middleton a chance to play it. Boldy to Gaunce at center. He gives to Faber. Back to Boldy. A shot was saved by Luukkonen. Penalty coming against Buffalo. Bogosian gives it to Boldy. Boldy down the slot. Boldy in. Centers. And Gaunce. Save, rebound, they score! Gaunce had the first whack. Brazeau has his first with the Wild. It's 2-0 Minnesota.
What a shift here from the Wild's fourth line. It's a great zone entry. Then Faber goes east-west to set up the delayed penalty here. Then they bring it to the net. Watch Brazeau. He's brought in because he's good around the net. He's a big body. He's got the hands. Boldy, a little shimmy up top. Unbelievable play and vision on the backhand to be able to find. I think it was Gauntz on the backside. Rebounds created.
Stopping.
Yeah, him stopping, moving, gaining balance.
Zuccarello back to Spurgeon, a shot and a save by Luukkonen. Power, long cross ice pass. Peterka with a shot that was blocked, and the Wild start back. Zuccarello, break wide pass, connects with Boldy. Boldy down the slot, back to Zuccarello. He scores!
Well, that's all the Wild do now is score in bunches and bunches of 3. And we talked about this earlier in the broadcast. Showed that Boldy, once he breaks the seal, we talked about this earlier in the broadcast. Showed that Boldy, once he breaks the seal, the floodgates open. There, beautiful play. Look at that screen. 1-on-4. He attacks the slot, middle ice. Buffalo concedes. Puck possession, leaves it in space for Mats Zuccarello. He comes in, a quick little wrister. Doesn't have to load that shot up. It's just a snap of the...
Boldy controls for Minnesota.
I don't think we can look past the fact that Gustavsson does now have 6 straight scoreless periods too. I think things change if something gets past him, but he's done a terrific job keeping everything out in front of him, making the timely save. You don't know which one's going to be the big one, but he's made them all.
And the same was true at a couple different stretches in the Seattle game. Zuccarello circles, centers. Rossi was tied up. Boldy has it back. Boldy fires, save Luukkonen. Rebound loose. Rossi had a chance.
For him to be able to catch it in time to get Gustavsson, tried to get Gustavsson on a wraparound, play out the weak side, couldn't do it.
Gustavsson with a pad save. Merrill sends it to the point. Bernard Docker plays it right back in. Benson has it. Trenyon deflects, comes free to the line for Power. Now back to Benson. Power fires, save. Gustavsson goes to Zuccarello. Now to Rossi in the circle. Up high, Faber. Faber moves to the middle, a shot, and that's off the stick of Luukkonen's. Dahlin's back on. Sabres at full strength. Malenstein moves in. His backhander smothered by Gustavsson.
Gustavsson good. I think the Wild maybe sat back a little bit that first 20, kind of waiting for the counter punch and didn't get it, but they really took the game to Buffalo in the second period.
Sabres control here. McLeod back to the line. Power. Boldy playing without a stick. McLeod sent it to the side of the net. Gustavsson a sliding save and he covers. Dahlin holds to Thompson. Back now to Dahlin. Thompson to Dahlin. Moves in for a shot. And a glove save by Gustavsson. Is there to circle back in his own zone. 9 points in the last 9 for Thompson. Dahlin dropped it back. Peterka shot. He scores. And that'll snap the shutout streak for Filip Gustavsson. He goes over 161 minutes in a row without a goal. Buffalo cuts the Minnesota lead to 3-1.
This one in the neutral zone. It's this pass right here from Thompson to hit Dahlin. They can't recover in time. Buffalo's got numbers 3-on-2. Peterka collects this one with room. Jared Spurgeon kind of caught flat-footed. It goes off the base of Jared Spurgeon's stick. I think it hits off his skate. So a double redirection.
McLeod for Dahlin. Through the skates of Byram into the corner. Zuccarello's on it for Minnesota. Floats it out to center. Gaudreau at the empty net. He scores! And that'll seal it for Minnesota. 4-1 for the Wild on the empty netter for Freddie Gaudreau.
Well, that's gets the right personnel out there. Smart play here from Gaudreau too. Watch, he just flips this one knowing that there's a little bit of pressure. And he's got some momentum. If that doesn't get to the net, he'd be first on it, but finds its way between the pipes.
took advantage of Buffalo's inability to defend in the second, and then withstood a push in the third. The Wild win it 4-1.